Warning, this podcast contains a dog.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Fear the Walking Dead, Season 1, Episode 3, The Dogue. I'm your host, Cleo, and with me I have John.
Hi.
I was about to do my one-woman podcast intro again. Keep trying to do that. Also, Pat Michelle.
Hi guys.
What up?
And Dom.
Hi.
I'm sick of my shit. Episode 3. We're halfway through this bitch.
Yeah, I feel like, so we had the week off, and I don't know, this episode felt a little anticlimactic to me.
Lackluster? Yeah, feeling it.
Did not feel like a comeback episode. Like, if they're gonna do a break, that was not a good time to do one.
No.
It was
Probably not.
definitely, they didn't write it with a break in mind. I think they wrote the episodes and then was like, oh shit, it's Labor Day. Can't fucking have an episode then.
Yeah.
I think that was the thing.
Right.
So yeah, you're right. I sat down and I was like, oh, Fear the Walking Dead is this week. Okay. I sat down and watched it. I was like, okay. That was an episode.
See, now I thought, like, at least parts of it were really tense,
Oh,
Yeah.
Like they were, I really thought they did a better job in this episode than the previous ones, so it was better, I think.
mhm.
But still not, like you said, not enough of like a punch in the face for a week off.
I mean, things really picked up at the end. Like, the end is
Yeah.
where I was most interested.
Me too. I'm like,
That's funny because I was interested in the end for reasons I'll talk to when we talk about the military.
Mhm.
But I was most interested in the whole middle part with the neighbor and the dog. The dog.
The middle part of the neighbor is basically what me and John brought up that we didn't want to see.
But it's not like Herschel. This is
Right.
different. It's a little different than
It is a little different,
so-
and I said it depends on how they do it and as how they drag it on and stuff like that. And if it's contained to this one episode, like it seems like it's going to be, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not, because I think that Travis is still gonna be the bleeding heart of the group.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be like, no, there's gotta be a way to, because many times in this episode he's like, no, everything's gonna be fine. The police are gonna take care of it. Everything's gonna be fine. And even at the end, he was like, it's gonna be okay now that the military's here. But he doesn't fucking believe his own lies. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, get it together.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Barbara
He keeps,
going, crap, it's too late.
Oh yeah, that was the best juxtaposition. Because it's like Travis, like, everything's gonna be fine. And then Daniel was like, welp,
We're boned.
that's the end. We're boned.
Wait,
So funny.
Well,
Yeah.
somebody get the pills real quick. We gotta do this all together.
Yeah, so did we start off in the barbershop? I think we did.
Yes.
Yeah.
The riots going on outside.
Yep.
There was that creepy looking, like, hooded, red-eyed zombie guy.
Yes.
I thought that was going to be more significant than it was.
It was not.
No.
But
Yeah.
It got my hopes up. It almost felt like the reveal of Michonne, at the end of season 2.
yeah.
Like, I was like, oh my god, what is this? I need to know who this is, and it's just like, it was nothing.
Is it me or did that not look like normal zombie eyes?
No, it didn't.
Looked like
It looked like I would say.
no, it looked like something from freaking Game of Thrones. Not gonna lie, it looked like a White Walker.
Yeah.
Like,
And I don't watch the show, but it looked like from the strain.
Yeah.
It looked like the vampire eyes from the strain.
Yeah, the eyes
think
were,
they're
like,
vampires.
more red than anything.
Yeah.
So, they could
know
have
it's
just been
weird.
extremely bloodshot,
It's Citizen Zero of the zombies.
Could have been that, or just a reflection of like fire going on outside or something, in the eyes.
no, he
It
was
looked
the
like he was
he was the
standing
one that
there, right?
actually started it all.
Yeah.
I did think that was interesting though, because like it was a riot with zombies in it, and that was really entertaining to me.
Yeah.
I just wish they played that up more. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to see
It's
more people
like-
getting slaughtered by zombies and, like, beating people with bats and shit. Like, I wanted more bloodshed, and there wasn't enough.
Yeah, I want it to get to the point where it's like you don't know if somebody's a zombie or a human. Like,
Right. Like, do that more.
yeah, like you just clock some dude in the head with a baseball bat and it's not a zombie. Like,
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be great.
It's just a stumbling
they
drunk
pulled-
homeless guy.
They pulled the opposite in the first 2 episodes. They were like, "Oh, this guy could be a zombie." Turns around, it's a regular person. It's like, "Oh, you got me, show you did it." We were talking last week about how the rosary bead mother was gonna be some dead weight, and immediately she gets her legs broken.
Immediate dead weight.
Immediately gets her legs broken.
Literally dead weight. She can't move on her own.
And I was like, "Oh wow, that was fast."
Yes.
Surprise!
Yeah.
there was some serious black and bluage going on those toes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
her toes were dying. Like
Internal bleeding to the max.
God, what's the ex-wife's name? I keep forgetting. It's like keep meaning to write it down.
Her name is Lisa.
Yeah, Liza.
Eliza. Yeah,
Liza.
Liza was saying that. She's like, her toes are gonna start dying because there's no, blood going to it. And I can't set her leg because I didn't finish medical school or whatever.
Mhm.
There's no blood flow, no oxygen. She'll end up dying of infection.
Yeah, I mean.
And then turning into a zombie
Yeah.
and biting her husband's lips off.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, because Daniel's is smart. He knows what's going on.
Daniel's a smart.
He's
Daniel's a
smart. He's not gonna fall for it. He's no Travis.
This is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
he even said weak.
Get a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we talk about Daniel? Because he's becoming my favorite.
He turned into this like really badass character out of
He's
this
like,
like one-off
already Daryl.
insignificant. It's like, okay, this
Yeah.
guy's the owner of the barber shop or whatever,
Yeah.
and we're just like, okay, he's gonna be around for like an episode, and we're gonna hate him, and that's the end of it. And
And that's it.
he's not as hated as I thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
Can,
He's very knowledgeable.
Can I set up-
Sorry, go.
can I set up my projected backstory for him? He was part of like a badass barbershop quartet who kicked the shit out of people on a daily basis just because they can. That's why he knows the streets, man.
He's got some super interesting backstory. I guarantee it. Me and my dad were talking a lot about him, and
Yeah.
we think he was like in in the mafia or the cartel or something,
That's what I think.
Well-
running drugs in Mexico.
The problem with 6
You're wrong.
episodes is we don't have time for backstory.
Can,
Well, not
can
yet.
can I make a statement to add on to that?
Next.
Mhm.
The daughter has the discussion with him and said, "Didn't you say that all our family died in El Salvador?
Yeah.
Apparently,
That's
cousin whoever is coming to save our ass."
No, that's a lie.
Essay. So.
That's it.
No.
Yeah, I think it's
bet
home
Daniel
from
didn't
drug
call
card.
anyone. I bet you Daniel was like, "Yeah, sure, you guys can go into the desert. We got someone covering for us." And Daniel just meant to stay in that house.
Yeah, free house.
Exactly. But what got me was the way he just, no problem, shot a dude in the face twice. Like, he's definitely shot a guy in the face before. No
Oh,
question.
I'm
I
telling
love
you, look.
that scene when he shot the zombie in the face and it like
Right.
grazed it, and the zombie just like turned around and was like, "Rrrr," and I was just like, that zombie's missing a face.
And then he's like, wait, let me get closer.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
Like,
like, "Oh crap, this is birdshot. Oops."
he had the total, like, blank face of a man who's definitely shot a guy in the face before.
I mean, I did not get a chance to watch this episode at home. I actually pulled it up on my phone today, and I was watching it on my phone, and I turned to the closest person to me that had nothing to do with The Walking Dead, and I was like, look at this! And it was just the zombie's face getting shotted and then it turning around. I was like, yeah.
Great.
Good show.
Yeah. They go, what show is this? I go, Fear the Walking Dead. It's a prequel to The Walking Dead. And they go, oh, I might have to watch that.
And actually, that was something I was thinking about with this episode. Would someone who's not a Walking Dead fan like this show? And I don't know the answer to that.
I
I think if you're a zombie fan, you might, but
Probably not.
I don't know if you would get into it, but a lot of people, the reason why they won't jump into a TV show, like right now, they wouldn't jump into The Walking Dead, and Michelle could have testified to this, because there's too many seasons to catch up on.
Oh yeah.
But Fear the Walking Dead, if you're interested in The Walking Dead, it's probably a good starting point. Because
true,
it's
I guess.
only 3 episodes in, and it's technically a prequel, so you don't have to have watched The Walking Dead to understand and know what's going on.
Exactly, and you don't really have a bias to what should be happening or
Yeah.
what things should be happening.
So
It's just an
I
interesting.
think it could be a starting point and jumping ground to people, to new fans.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
which-
you're
that's the most interesting part about doing a prequel, but then you also have the frustrating part where you know what's the inevitable. So it's like watching this, you go, okay, it's not a virus that is gonna fix they're not gonna fix it and everything's gonna be better and civilization's gonna go back to normal. You know everything is gonna go to shit.
But
That's the
kind
downside.
That's kind of what I like about how they're handling this show,
Hmm.
where it's like, especially with Maddie and Travis, how both of them are like, oh yeah, things are gonna get fixed, it's gonna be okay. Every time they say it, it looks like they don't believe their own words.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
true.
kind of what I like about it. It's like,
Right.
they're trying to be like, it's gonna be fine. Meanwhile, knowing nothing's gonna be fine ever
Their
again.
Everything's great. Oh.
Essentially, like no.
We're gonna pack up and the kids are gonna go back to school tomorrow.
Kids are like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Oh, the other thing that's killing me, Nick. I'm sorry, Nick is becoming a douchebag again.
Becoming? He's been a douchebag. That doesn't mean he's not amazing.
No, he tried helping like the sister a little bit and like, oh hey, by the way, I kept her at the house. I'm trying to be kind of cool, and then all of a sudden it's like, what? You gave away my drugs? What?
You asshole.
Well, okay, so here's I think the distinction, especially for Nick. He's gonna do what he can to help his family, but he needs his drugs.
Exactly.
Especially since they gave the drugs to someone they don't know.
Yes. A lot of
I think that's sort of where his morals lie.
well,
Dubious.
of selflessness.
He's definitely not a great person. But I
no,
still
he was knocking on windows to rob somebody, trying to avoid the army because they're really not good at spotting people. Apparently,
Yeah, the little girl next door spotted it before the army.
yeah, great.
Can we hire her for finding Osama bin Laden?
That was really relevant about 10 years ago, Pat. That
Like-
was, yeah.
Hey, I brought it to that time. Come on. During this time of Fear of the Walking Dead, Osama's
Uh-huh.
probably alive.
No,
I
that
will
motherfucker's
say-
a zombie already.
I do appreciate Nick just blurting like, yeah, they're dead.
Yeah.
She's dead. I do like, good job, buddy, because someone needed to fucking say it to somebody. So
And that's also why I think that we as fans of The Walking Dead currently can really be in this show and not be like, come on guys, they're dead, they're zombies, because we have that person saying it for us already in the show.
Yeah.
Well-
He's there being like, yeah, they're dead.
if you
You know-
recall, the first podcast I said like we need a Han Solo for the show to identify with, and we have him now. We have Nick, who's like
We
kind
have
of
the drug addict version of Han Solo.
of us. It's the best we get.
Never,
really
never
is.
tell me the odds.
But Maddie, can we talk about Maddie? Because I think she's gonna
guess.
just run this bitch.
She's not taking any crap.
No, she's not taking any crap. And if it wasn't for fucking Travis, she'd be, she would have put Susan away. She would have taken care of that whole thing
With
But
with a ball pen hammer.
with a hammer.
Yeah.
All that would have been solved if Travis wasn't like, hold up.
It's like Tyrese.
But there was that moment too when she's like, but what if he comes home and his wife kills him, and then it happened to the point where we're
Almost.
like, oh my god, he's gonna she should have killed him, like.
Yeah.
And then the army comes in and saves him at the last second, the absolute last second. But like I thought that he was gonna get devoured.
But that's the thing. Did they save him? Wherever they took him, is he going to be safe? I don't think
Nope.
so. I don't think so.
You know, I think the funniest thing is like, this is going to push her to be like, well, look, Travis, you were fucking wrong.
Exactly. That's
We need to kill these things.
Yeah, really.
Like, she's gonna get ricked, all ricked up.
You
Could be
saw,
good.
you saw with the army though,
It's
like
never
they're
gonna
taking
happen
the
again.
bags, like the all the body bags, and they're loading them in the back of the truck. Did you see how many they had back there?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
At least like 30 plus.
Yeah.
Way more than that. You couldn't even. It was a deep truck, and you couldn't even see. Like there was just bodies upon bodies upon bodies. There was at least
wasn't it a
4
dump truck?
stacks high of bodies.
It's true.
Wasn't it a garbage truck? It was a dump truck.
Yeah, they were sweeping. I think
bodies.
sweeping just
That's a lot of fucking bodies.
Yeah.
Fit in a fucking dump truck.
streets and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting rid of cleaning, basically cleaning house. Trying to at least.
And I like that they're like systematically going through the neighborhood. It's just like, okay, we're here, and then they're all there. They're stationed. They're all walking around the perimeter of the houses. They're checking in the houses. Like they're searching. They're making sure that there's no sign of infection.
Well, they're doing basically disaster procedure like they would, you know, after a hurricane or something like that. So it's not, you know, this is all protocol stuff.
The markings
zombie
they're
protocol.
making on the houses are the markings they make. You know, when they go through for, you know, hurricanes, they did that for Katrina. They make those marks.
Right.
Yeah.
To say this is inhabitable. This is uninhabitable. There are this many people here.
Yeah, this is just trying to help just to stop the spread of infection. Because then, still,
But
they
the
don't.
thing- And the thing that I found so fascinating about the ending when the army comes is that I didn't quite expect it to go down that way. Because when we come into The Walking Dead, first episode of The Walking Dead, we're a month into the you know, the apocalypse, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a month already. So the army's already failed. They've already gone through all of their procedures. They've bombed the shit out of cities.
Mm-hmm.
And they're done.
Yeah.
So all we saw was like the remnants of the army throughout the city.
I mean, and they brought a tank in, like.
Yeah. But now we're seeing before because you know, obviously the bombing and the tanks was all the last resort. So now we're seeing the first bit of the army's, you know, initiative into the city. And it's kind of like, oh yeah, a lot must have happened before they decided to bomb the cities.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see.
Yep. So it's interesting how like this series is gonna like go on because we have this first season here, and I'm assuming because season 2 was renewed for what is it, 14 episodes, 15 episodes.
15.
So I think it's gonna follow immediately on. Like it's not gonna be like, oh, you know, a month or a week has passed. I think it's gonna be like the next day kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
But how far can they stretch it out? Because we know from that to The Walking Dead is a month. So if this is gonna continue to be a prequel, and when we see in The Walking Dead with Rick and everything, there's really no large amounts of civilization left. It's already pretty much gone at that point. So is the other side, California, is it going to run different? Like, are there still going to be more civilization, or is this still, they're going to cram this entire series into like a 1 month period?
Yeah, that's really interesting because I don't know. We have no idea what's going on even outside of Georgia, let alone on the other side of the country.
Right.
That's true.
My prediction, Mad Max. Gonna go in the desert.
Please, I know. I
be-
want
be
the desert
Mad
dynamic so
Max.
badly.
I know. I think that would be pretty cool take on this.
Wasteland zombies. Yeah, I'm in.
Have just giant arenas where they just stick the zombies on each other.
Tie meat to them.
So this
What
is
was-
this is season 3 of The Walking Dead all over again, or was
Yeah,
it season 4? I don't remember now.
With
What
the
was
governor.
the
Yeah, the governor with the
what's that video
arenas.
game where you're in an arena on a motorcycle with a pit of zombies and what's that video game?
Is it the mall?
Never
Yeah.
heard of it.
The mall.
Come on, guys.
It's in the mall.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Never mind. Moving on.
Hey, now
You made that
Video game.
up.
I've played it
No, it's
before.
not.
Dead Rising.
Yes.
Never
Yeah.
heard of it.
Dead Rising 2.
Never
less
heard of it.
No, I'm just.
Anyway, moving on. I wanted to say something. Oh, about next season, or at least in between Fear the Walking Dead seasons. There's going to be a 30-minute special introducing a second season character that will be released online and aired in chapters during commercial breaks of The Walking Dead this season.
Oh.
It's a story. The story will be about the outbreak's effect on an airplane flight.
Ooh,
And in this episode, we saw a plane fly by and go, woo!
we did.
I think it's that plane.
So wait, this series is gonna be second season of Fear the Walking Dead. It's gonna lead into a character from that, or it's leading into a character that's going to The Walking Dead.
It's going to be a character that's going to be in the second season of Fear the Walking Dead.
Fear.
And
okay.
It's gonna play in the middle of the episodes of Walking Dead.
Gotcha.
Yeah, during commercial breaks, they're gonna split up the 30-minute special.
As much as like it's interesting to see what things are like, you know, in Georgia versus California, I personally would rather have seen what was going on in a foreign country. Like what's going on in Paris, you know, like complete other side of the globe.
That's true, or Australia or something like that.
China.
Yeah.
I want to see China. You got way too many people on top of people.
That is very, very true.
That's got to be messed.
I think the reason, I mean,
or something.
There's obviously logistical reasons for wanting it to be in America.
Yeah, budget and filming and actors.
And a reason for all of the characters to be speaking English.
Right.
Yeah.
Or most of the characters to be speaking English.
But they can always subtitle.
I'd even like a little web series.
And they do,
something.
because the barbershop family, they speak Spanish a lot.
I don't know, I want to see a web series, so if that plane is going to, like, Tokyo or something would be great.
But just like Dom, didn't you mention something like that?
I think that plane's not leaving LA. It's crashing.
Yeah, I was talking last episode about, you know,
how the plane
getting onto a plane, having the infection travel to the other side of the U.S. and, you know, in different parts of the world, because I don't want to get into the whole debate again, but we still don't know how it's transmitted, and like it could be through a medicine, like it could be like something that's in like Tylenol that is widespread, and then, you know, everybody's getting it, and just because we've seen, you know, the CDC guy in the first Walking Dead whisper whatever to Rick and then have him reveal later that everyone is infected doesn't actually mean everyone is infected. It just the large majority of the people. There's people like me, I don't take Tylenol, but I know other people. They're like, what? You don't take Tylenol? You know, like so many people just take it, not even thinking.
And then you say, I'm avoiding the zombie plague. You fucking peons! How dare you?
I'm just saying, what if it's in something like that? You know, something generic like that everybody takes. That means there's going to be people out there that don't carry it. You know?
Or like you were saying, water too. Like people.
But we've never seen someone die and not turned into a zombie.
Right, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. We can't rule that out completely.
Or there's a strain.
It's improbable, but not unlikely.
Yeah, you know, I mean, there's always the probability.
It could be fruits or vegetables. Keep in mind pesticides. We've genetically altered and have done things to fruits and vegetables that could in turn be being used, ironically, to cause this plague.
Yeah, it's like the M. Night Shyamalan movie where the plants come and try to, like, kill everybody.
Yeah.
They try to reclaim everything.
Watch that movie, hon. Remember this with John Leguizamo?
The Happening.
The Happening. That was probably the worst movie I've ever seen.
Stupid title for a movie.
Yeah, but like it could be something like that the pesticides or something that we're using trigger like defense mechanisms in plants to do something. You know, I don't know. It's you know, it's neither here nor there. But
this is probably coming from me, who's a fan of things like Last Ship and bioterrorist things.
Right.
But I think that it was human engineered.
I mean, it could also be something, you know, that was put into the atmosphere and has come down as rain, and you know, it isn't actually infected everyone. But I'm gonna say at this point we don't know that everyone is infected. We know that the majority of people are infected, and that's all we can definitely say with 100% certainty is the majority of people are infected.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, do you guys have anything to... Oh, I wanted to talk about the dog.
Of course, this episode is named The Dog, and we didn't talk about the
called
dog.
The Dog, and the dog lasted 2 minutes.
I
Yeah.
felt really bad for that dog.
Poor
I
jerk.
did too. Because they ran out of the house, and I'm like, guys, you left the door open.
I'm like, really?
It's a dead animal.
Sit there barking? Really? I know.
So sad. He was whining.
I know.
Well, he was getting eaten. That hurts.
Gave you a heads up.
No, they could have saved him, and they didn't.
Could have closed the door. He's
Assholes.
closing the door.
They're heartless assholes.
Well,
This
that's
is
what I don't understand. You leave or you let the dog in, and then you leave the door fucking wide
That's what
open.
happened.
I
I'm
mean,
like, you moron! The guy's just gonna come the other way.
there's a reason why we don't see a lot of dogs running around, in The Walking Dead. And we've seen, I think, one pack of wild dogs before, right?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
But domesticated dogs, you're not going to see, because natively, their instinct is not to fear people. So when they approach a zombie, they're going to go up and wag their tail, and ooh, it's a person, So,
Well, no, I mean, it depends on the dog, and I think,
right.
especially this dog, knew that the zombie was bad news. That's why he was barking at him. But that's the dog's instinct, which is going to get him killed because he's making noise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that pisses me off, though.
So, a lot of instinct with zombies doesn't really apply.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out why the episode was named Dog if the dog lasted 2 minutes.
I mean, it was I think it was more the ending statement when the military's going through and they're like, what is that? Like, they thought they buried somebody in the backyard.
She comes up with the quick, like,
Yeah.
The
what's this?
dog.
Have you
She goes,
seen a Zambo?
she goes, the
Like,
dog died, and he goes, oh, I'm
Dog.
sorry.
Exactly.
So
That was great.
If
That
the-
was another moment where I'm like, Maddie's gonna run this shit.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
got it on lock.
She really does. She's a quick thinker. She's gonna
She's
do
very
well.
smart.
Oh yeah, it's a dog. Yep. All right. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
We didn't
If
do
I
shit.
was that military guy, I would have dug it up.
Yes.
That's just me.
Well, I would have done it that too, but no. Susan, she didn't see it coming.
I have a very hard time trusting complete strangers. So it's something that serious, I would have to check for myself.
Yes.
It's definitely a dog. Just a dog. Leave it alone. Nothing to see here.
I mean, yeah, and I mean, she also said it in a way that's completely believable.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just like casually.
She
Her
didn't
dog
even
died.
fucking flinch.
That's it.
Not at
Yep,
all.
dog died.
Not at all. Just like that, our dog died.
Didn't skip a beat.
No.
And the family played Monopoly.
They did.
They
They did.
did.
They did. And the funny part was, I turned to my friend Kate, who I was with when I was watching it, and I looked over on her shelf, and she had Monopoly there, and I was like, no, nope, no, not
No.
doing it.
It was. I don't know. Just really like that scene. It was just like she's like, oh, Monopoly, really? On the car, like, immediately.
Well, I think it was the most interesting because I think what Alicia said was like, I can't fall asleep if I'm waiting for someone. So we got a little more insight into what potentially happened to their father.
Right.
He didn't come home one night because he died somehow. So
And
I think it was interesting just for that.
yeah,
Or-
we're starting to get a little more story with Alicia, and like, I know that there's still something up with her. Like, she's going to be a very pivotal part of these
Well-
last remaining episodes. So,
I'm sure.
Yeah,
but
and I think that
go ahead.
that's really all we need in terms of backstory is like getting an idea of what these people are about, not necessarily specifically what happened in their past,
Right.
Yeah.
but just
Little
like enough
chunks
to
of
be like,
dialogue.
this is what this person's about.
Yep.
Just enough for a first season, and then you can delve further.
Yeah, there'll be more time for that in 15 episodes than 6 or whatever. But quick bit of trivia.
Yeah.
Michelle, what piece am I when I play Monopoly?
Oh, I can't remember.
Easter Island head.
No.
That's World Monopoly, but yes, that is
I was
correct.
gonna say there ain't no Easter Island head.
That is correct for World Monopoly.
Oh,
Yeah,
God, Dom,
buddy.
I can't even remember now.
He's
It's
always the
been a
race
while.
car.
The car.
No, the dog.
Oh, you are.
I was
always-
actually gonna say the dog.
The dog, which is ironic because the title of this episode is the dog.
And none of them use the dog,
Yeah,
right?
right.
None
No.
of them played as the dog. Interesting. There was
My mom's always the thimble.
Oh, there's the thimble too.
there was something I wanted to say that I forgot to mention. In the beginning, in the barber shop, Chris goes to he's playing with the razor. And Daniel tells him to put that back.
Mm-hmm.
You think he took it?
Yeah.
You think it's in his
Oh, yeah.
pocket?
Oh yeah.
No, he
I
put
hope
it back on the thing.
No,
though.
but I think he might
Yeah,
have
he
grabbed
put it back in the thing, but
At the
He
time.
it when the building was
they're
starting.
not back before they left. I think it's in his pocket.
I think so too. Like when they were rushing out after the walls were starting to catch fire. I was like, yeah.
I hope he uses
that was-
it to kill a zombie and then hands it back to Daniel.
That would be great! I would love that.
I like the imagery with the lights going out too in the city. That was really, really awesome.
Oh my god, that was ominous and
Yeah.
eerie.
Yes.
Really, really eerie.
Nice imagery.
There was another thing with the shotgun. Because Daniel was trying to show Chris how to use the shotgun.
Yep.
And Travis comes in, he's like, you know how I feel about guns. This is not okay. So that's another thing. It's like, Travis doesn't like guns for some reason.
But razor blades are okay.
It's gonna be a thing.
I think Travis has like some pseudo issues going on in his own mind.
No, but Travis
he's got a
has
lot.
he's got some fight in him because he's like, you know how many times I broke my nose? Let me take a look at that, you know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So there's
Uh,
something.
So
But I
maybe
think
he had
he's...
gang relations at one point.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
And like one of his family members or friends or whatever got shot.
It's
That's why he
possible.
doesn't like dealing with guns.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, piece together.
Uh,
It's all coming together.
Yes.
I see, said the blind man who peed into the wind.
To the deaf dog who
It's all coming back to me now.
The next episode, the title confuses me. It's called Not Fade Away.
not fade away.
Not Fade Away. I don't know. It's a really weird title.
I don't
Anyway.
know why "Come Sail Away with Me" or "Come Sail Away"
Not
just popped
fade
into my
away,
head. That song.
Not fade away.
Not fade away with me.
Thank you, Cartman. Madison and Travis see different sides of the National Guard's occupation in their neighborhood. The family tries to adapt to the new world.
Still more descriptive than The Walking Dead.
That is true.
Well, good luck. That's all I have to say.
Yeah,
to that.
usually Walking Dead is like, alright, the guys are going to be walking around.
Rick and the team.
Well, Scoob and the gang are gonna go get into some weird hijinks today.
Rick and the team discover an
Thanks.
abandoned house.
Where
Yeah.
Carl does not.
And shit.
Coral!
Carl keeps on looking for pudding.
Coral.
Coral!
I love bad dad puns with Rick. That's my
Oh my
favorite.
god, they're the best.
It's my favorite meme ever. But
They're
yeah.
really funny. There's some good ones online too.
It's a little heartbreaking because they use the picture where Rick
Lori?
is... Huh?
Lori, right?
No, it's when they lose baby.
Yeah.
But they. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They
It's
find them.
at the end of the prison when everybody scatters and they don't have the baby. Like,
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
yeah. So those are always a little heartbreaking. Anyway.
But Carl...
John, where can people find you?
No, I don't know. You can find
I
me
don't know.
at no more on Twitter.
Hi, Michelle. Where can the people find you?
They can find us at that
Michelle.
Twitter thing called, Michelle, or in time and space. Space. Never get rid of that.
That'll never get old. Dom, where can the people find you?
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can also.
Phenomenon.
Do-do-do-do-do.
I can't wait till we get copyright claimed for that. It's gonna be great.
Watch one day we do.
Oh, I know. It's gonna be hilarious.
Were you gonna say something about Serious Gentleman Gaming?
No.
Predict no, not at all.
That's-
Not that we're
Not
gonna have a
anymore.
podcast tomorrow about Mario Maker. Not that they should go watch it because Mario Maker is awesome.
What
And
is
we're gonna
Mario
make-
Maker?
We're gonna make a level live. It's gonna be awesome.
That's
Serious Gents
That was
Gaming.
supposed to be a surprise, so you ruined that.
Was it? Oh.
Yep.
I didn't believe it was supposed to be a surprise.
It's fine.
Cool. Is only
fine.
Where else could people find us, Cleo?
Cleo Motor, and you can find all of us on ASOTV podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, MySpace, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Until next week, I'm gonna go hide in my shirt now. Bye.
Please,
Turtle.
it's on you.
She's only kidding.
What?
That's that.
I do nothing.
I love it. John's like, that was supposed to be a surprise.